Hello, 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 all of you beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Zoe Dawn at Dusk. This week I wanted to talk about being delusional, why you should be delusional, how you can be delusional, and just why it's important. I tell everyone I meet, and I stand on this, be as delusional as you possibly can fucking be, because what's the worst that's gonna happen? Anyway, let's start with the Google definition as always. So the Google definition of delusion is characterized by or holding false beliefs or judgments about external reality that are held despite evidence that contraries. So basically, having a firm belief in something even when there's evidence against it. Faith disguised as confidence. I don't think it's a bad thing. I really don't. I don't think that is a bad thing. Believing in something that there might be evidence against. And that's how you get places. Honestly, delusion is definitely very similar to manifestation. And as long as you're not wishing for people to fucking die, then I don't see an issue with it. With you being delusional that you'll get a promotion, or being delusional that you can be a singer, that you can be an actress, and all of that, So, I think another really great way to describe delusion is just child wonder. I feel like people are the biggest fucking haters and always have something to say. But when you're delusional, you don't care what other people say, and you're just happy. I don't know, it's just something else in your brain that I feel like that just goes off. Why you should be delusional. It's, again, I feel like delusion plays hand in hand with manifestation, so you're manifesting it. The more delusional you are, the more that you genuinely believe that's gonna happen, the more that you're gonna work, the more that it just stuff comes into you, stuff falls into your lap. I've done a whole podcast on manifestation, but I really feel like the two go hand in hand, and delusion is the way that you manifest. Anyway, again, you also work harder because you're so delusional. Because, for example, for me, I'm gonna be an influencer. Y'all gonna love me, and I work harder. Don't get me wrong, I know there's bitches that work harder than me right now, but not for long. And that's the whole point. It's you do work harder. You do just try more. Again, you're trying to do better. You're trying to be more. You also have a better outlook on life. The stuff that is happening to you, you take in better. You appreciate it more. You're like, wow, again, you're just more grateful for it. And I think that I've said this before. If you're always looking for a red car, you're gonna see every fucking red car. So if you're always looking for any reason to be angry, to be mad, to notice the bad, you're gonna notice it. Versus if you're delusional and you're think that, and you know it's gonna happen, and you genuinely yeah, it's gonna happen, you're gonna notice all the good things. You're gonna notice every single good thing that happens to you, period, but especially things that correlate to what you want to do. So for me, again, I'm gonna be an influencer. So I started a little podcast this is the podcast. I started a little series, just another reason to keep going. And I keep getting comments from strangers saying, I needed this. Thank you. You're amazing. I loved this. And I've probably gotten 10 comments total in almost 40 days from strangers. But that's 10 fucking people that saw my video. And it made them feel a little bit better. It made them be damn, again, it was these, I don't know how to explain it, but it like made me feel so good. And don't worry, there's people around me that are always trying to bash what I'm doing. But it makes me happy, and having that little bit, like, imagine 10 strangers coming up to you and saying that you made their day. Like, that's fucking crazy. So you just have a better outlook rather than being like, oh my god, only 10 people. Like, no, 10 fucking people. That's crazy. So yeah, you also get better confidence. Like, you genuinely believe stuff's gonna happen. The more it sounds so bad, but the more delusional you are, the harder you are, period. But like, genuinely, you get this aura about you when you genuinely believe in yourself so much and believe that something's gonna happen. You just carry a sense of confidence that no one else has, and it's noticeable. People can notice that, like, damn, like, you are that bitch. Like, no one can touch you. You know, it's kind of crazy. It has to work at some point. You're telling me, like, and again, there's no timeline, and I think that's the biggest thing with delusion to remember, is there is no timeline. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna be an influencer and expect to wake up to 100,000 followers tomorrow. No, you could. I'm not saying it's not gonna happen. It does happen. People post one video and they're famous. But other times, people, they post for fucking years before one video catches traction, and then they're there. So it's gonna work out at some point if you're working your ass off. And also, having numbers in mind isn't, I mean, be delusional. You can always work harder. Again, it's always gonna like encourage you to work harder. But I feel like if you're genuinely delusional, let's say you get to 100K, that is a lot. That's a fucking lot. Don't get me wrong, but it's also not 100 million. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Let's start with 1 million, but you get my point. So like, some people can look at it that way, but the people that are delusional, like, don't get me wrong, like, yeah, I'm gonna get to 1 million at some point, but it's also not like, oh my god, I'm failing, so I'm at 100,000. Like, no, you are gonna get to 1 million at some point, and that is, and just having that delusion that it's gonna work out and it's gonna continue to work out if you work for it and you work hard and you believe in it. That's all that's gonna happen. Like, you can tell certain people are made for certain things, and the more that I've wanted to be an influencer since MadCon Boys, Cameron Dallas, Matthew Espinosa, Shawn Mendes, Nash Greer. I'm blanking. Those are the only important ones. Just kidding, kind of. Anyway, did I say Cameron Dallas? I'm pretty sure I did. If I didn't, that's the most important one. But I've wanted to be an influencer since then. And I used to know, I kind of spoke on it and don't, okay, let's backpedal. My homeboys came out. I want to be an influencer. Everyone told me that they thought I'd be an influencer. They're like, no, Zoe, you're made for it. That's what you're going to do. Like, you are made for that. Awesome. Yeah, I believed it. Very not confident, though. So I was like, you know what? No, whatever. Didn't post. High school comes around. Don't fucking really talk about it. Like, to my close friends, yeah, but it's not, like, as known. Like, I think in middle school I was voted most likely to be an influencer because of how much I talked about it. Versus in high school, I kind of was like, no, I don't want to tell everyone. Like, I'm worried what people are going to think about me. And now that I'm like, fuck it, I really don't care. Like, I started posting on TikTok, and there's people from middle school that follow me on there that I'm just like, you know, if you guys don't like what I post, unfollow me. I'm not going to take it personal, but I also don't care what you think about me. So if it's really bothering you that much, go ahead and follow me, you know? But again, like, because, like, go ahead and unfollow me. And like, now I feel like people are telling me again, like, Zoe, you're made for that. Like, that makes so much sense for you. Like, now when I tell people about my podcast, like, oh my god, like, they genuinely, like, they're like, wow, like, that makes sense. That is you, you know? So it does have to work at some point. And also, at the end of the day, who cares what they say? Like I said, people are the biggest fucking haters. And at the end of the day, either people don't care like enough to even not say anything. They're like, oh, that's sick. They won't encourage it, and that's fine because they don't care, and you can't force everyone to care about you and what you want to do. But the people that have an opinion on it and they're like, yeah, it's not gonna happen. Like, be realistic. Are you kidding me? Why do you want to be around those people anyway? Because what are their goals? Like, what do they want to do? Because I feel like if you're hanging around people that don't believe in you and for something that is so attainable, it's like, what do you guys have expected? Like, what are you guys expecting of yourself? Like, why do I want to be friends with you if your goal is to work at a gas station for the rest of your life? Not saying it's a bad thing. A job is a job. Every job is important. Every job matters. But you should be around people that have goals, And again, not everyone's goals is with their career, and that's okay too. Not everyone's goals involves money, and that's okay too. But my thing is if no one has goals and they're like, oh, I'm just gonna like skate by life and do kind of whatever happens, why do you want to be friends with those people? Why do you not want to be friends with people that aren't fucking delusional? Like, okay, like I said, everyone has different goals. Not everyone cares about their career as much. Some people want a family. I have so many friends that want a family. One of my closest friends, she wants a lot of kids. Like, she wants a big family, and she's delusional. You want to know why? She doesn't want one kid. She wants 8 fucking kids. 8. That's delusional. That fucking hurts. I say that like I've had a kid. But no, seriously, like, if you're gonna go all the way. I have people that their goals are just to be well off. Like, they don't really care what they do, but they just want to be comfortable. Like, not like they want to have money, so like they don't like necessarily have the need to be passionate about their career, but they want enough money to enjoy their personal life, and that's their goal. That's why they work harder. That's why they do the jobs that they do. And everyone's delusions are different. But that kind of leads me into my next point. What happens when you're delusional? Well, since you asked so nicely, like I was saying, you make more connections. You make more connections in the group of people you want to make connections with. So, again, I want to be an influencer. I'm going to be an influencer. So I make more connections with people that are interested in media. I make more connections with, honestly, just bubbly people, because people that are influencers are bubbly people. My mom's an influencer. My mom's a radio DJ. It's a different type of influencer, but she is. And just like watching her and like watching like the people that she has made connections with, like the more delusional you are, the like you're gonna find people on your wavelength, and you're all gonna continue like, and maybe they're more successful than you and they help you, or maybe you're more successful than them and you help them, but that helps you become a better mentor and makes you become stronger, makes you become more popular, not than them, just like more popular in general than what you were before. And again, just it helps you become like, make those connections with people. And for example, I a few months ago went to Pride. That was a while ago now, but the one booth that I would like, it caught my attention and I was like, ooh, and then I went. It was for Rise Comedy. It was an improv club. And guess what? They gave me a free class just because I told them I was interested, and and that encourages me to be around people that are more like-minded like me. Like, these people want to pursue some type of acting. These people want to get more confidence. These people are interested in just being funny or being able to speak better. And like, these are my type of people. They might not want to be influencers, they might not want to be actors, they might not want to be singers. Again, they're all different reasons, but just being around those people, it's like, damn, like maybe this is good for me. Again, you also get more confidence. Like, what happens when you're delusional is the more you say it, the more it's like, oh, like when I used to say like, oh, I want to be an influencer, like, I don't know, and I'm like, no, I'm going to be. When? I don't know. How? I don't know, but I'm posting shit. And more doors open for you because you're attracting that. So even if they're small doors, even if they're stupid doors, like I can't tell you how much stupid stuff I've done, but it's given me practice. I had a little acting job for a month where they literally made me show like basic appliances, like toasters, like plug in the toaster, unplug it, put on butter. Like it was so stupid. And but it was just doors that opened for me, or they can also be like, I feel like, I guess you could say personal doors, like personal boundaries that you're kind of breaking and getting into. Because again, the more that I was like, no, I want to do this, I started my podcast. I literally have a video to upload for Friday. Like, you start to just have more doors open for you, and you meet the right people when you are delusional. Also, you're happier because, again, I got 10 comments on a video. That's 10 fucking people. That's 2 hands full of people that I made feel better. And again, you can't think of it as like, oh, only 10. No, you're happier because you are delusional, and that's a start. It's a stepping stone. I got 100 views. That's 100 people that saw my shit, And that's all it is. Also, those are the good things that happen. This is a good and bad thing, but you find out who your true friends are. You find out who your true friends are. There's people that are going to support you. I have friends that click on every single podcast that I make and listen to it. One of my friends, she cleans her room while listening to her podcast. My mom, she goes on her walk while listening to this podcast. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Mom. But you just get... I have other friends like my friend Louie and Lordy. They listen to my podcast while doing schoolwork, and I found out who my true friends are. I found out people that support me. I found out people that like genuinely believe in me. I have so many other friends too. Like, not saying those are the only ones, but so many people believe in me. And I have friends that repost all my videos. I have friends that save all my videos on TikTok. Like, I have friends that tell other people about my podcast, that tell other people about my TikToks. And you find out who your friends are, you find out who supports you, you find out who talks about it. When I first started my podcast, I was surprised by who followed me. I was surprised by who actually listened. And I was really surprised by who didn't. I have people now that always have something to say about my podcast, and just that it's like, that it's stupid, that it's not attainable, that I'm not going to make it anywhere with what I'm doing. I've had so many people tell me that, and guess what? I don't care. Because I have a podcast, so I'm doing something right. But that's also the bad but good thing. Because again, why do you want those people around you? But I'm telling you that when you start being delusional, you start to kind of figure out who your friends are and aren't. Because it's not that hard to support your friends. There's this girl that I used to work with at Starbucks, and dude, she was so fucking talented. She has like 7 Instagrams with like, one's haircuts, one's painting, one's like photography, I think. And like, it's just like, why is it so hard to like their stuff? Why is it so hard to follow their stuff? Why is it so hard? I'm not asking you guys to send me $100. Like, I'm not asking you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like to watch my podcast. No. So, and there's so many of my friends like, oh, I haven't listened to it, but I've been meaning, like, I will. I'm like, that's fine too, but again, you genuinely find out who your real friends are. Okay, now, I kind of already went over this, but how can you be delusional? 4 ways. 1, don't doubt yourself. Again, genuinely believe that it's gonna happen. Again, when? Who knows? It could be 10 years from now. Like, artists like Sabrina Doomerang, she's had a following, and I think that's a great fucking example, because she was famous. She had a pretty big following, but her music was like, oh, okay, and then just out of nowhere, now she's like one of the biggest fucking pop stars right now. And it's just like, don't doubt yourself, because just because now isn't the time doesn't mean it's not going to happen in the future. It doesn't mean it's never not going to happen. Having high goals. Have the highest fucking goals you can. But be grateful along the way. So, like, yes, I honestly, like, dude, if I can get to 1 million fucking followers on everything, oh my god, I should shoot higher. But, like, that's fucking crazy. But my little, I think it's a 37 I have right now, I love them. I'm still so happy because 37 people are subscribed to me. So, like, yes, I have high fucking goals, and you should have high fucking goals, but understand that it's progress. So, like, again, not doubting yourself, knowing it's bound to happen, but having those high goals and speaking that into existence. And this kind of goes hand in hand, but be patient with yourself, because again, not doubting yourself and being patient, because you can't expect it to happen overnight. You need to understand that things take time, and you need to understand that you're learning and growing. My first podcast compared to today's is completely fucking different. I talk different, the background looks different, I fucking look different, and it's just I'm learning who I am. I'm learning how to be present in front of a camera. I'm learning how to listen to myself. When I first started my podcast, I could not fucking listen to my own voice. I'd upload it. There was one episode I burped in it, and like a few times, and I forgot about it, and I forgot to upload it. If I ever say stupid shit, it's because I don't listen to it all the way through. Like, now I do, like, afterwards to pull clips, but like I never listen before I upload. I'm like, okay, that's good. But before, I wouldn't even do the clips. That's why it was so hard for me to start doing that, because I was like, I just can't. I'm like, I don't know, I don't like it. But yeah. So just, again, being patient with yourself and understanding it's not going to happen like this. If it does, cool, and then you should have higher goals. But again, just being patient with yourself. Lastly, speaking into existence, believing it's going to happen. Like, I'm going to be an influencer. Like, right now, I work 40 hours a week at my job. And I love my job, but it's not my end goal. If I end up there, I'll be happy. I'm not going to end up there, though. But, like, you get my point. But, like, right now, like, yes, I'm fucking tired, and I would like to be able to come home from work and just relax and have time to relax. I'm always go, go, go. I wake up, work, gym, home, social media, schoolwork, get ready for bed, all over again. And I'm tired, and I'd like to be able, because imagine if I just went to work in the gym and came home and relaxed. Like, do you know how fucking nice that would be? But no, like, this is an investment, because this is what I want and this is what I'm gonna get. So just speaking that into existence, like, yeah, like, I'm tired, but this is gonna pay off. Like, this is gonna pay off. I'm gonna be an influencer. I have to just be an influencer. Like, I am gonna be an influencer. Like, speaking it into existence is fucking huge. But yeah, so honestly, I think the being delusional is just faking it till you make it, but with confidence. Because that's all it is because I'm not an influencer yet, but in my head I am. Like, I am fully fucking convinced that behind this camera there's thousands, hundreds of thousands of people listening, and they love it, even though it's literally just my mom and a few other people for now. But I am so fucking delusional, and I believe this, and that's why I'm able to make it. That's why I'm able to have better confidence about it. And, like, again, like, having that confidence of being, like, of me, like, fully convinced that there's a bunch of people behind the screen right now, just makes it better. It encourages me to be more grateful for when things happen. And, it just, again, it's literally just faking it till you make it, because it's bound to fucking happen at some point. On what scale, that's up to you and your hard work and your gratefulness and the way that you're going to pivot and adapt. But at the end of the day, it's bound to happen to some extent. If you keep working, when again, I don't know, but it's bound to happen. So anyway, so yes, my biggest piece of my biggest piece of advice is be as fucking delusional as you can be. Be the most delusional person in the room at all times, because trust me, you're gonna look hotter and it's gonna pay off at some point. And if you take anything away from this episode, sit down and set high goals for yourself and fully believe that they're gonna happen. Start with one. It could be something as simple as you're gonna graduate college, or you're gonna get to your dream body, or you're gonna be a lawyer, like set some high goals and genuinely believe they're gonna happen. So anyway, thank you all so much for watching this week's episode of Zoe Dawn at Dusk. I love you all with my whole heart, and I will see you same time next week. So anyway, I love you. Bye.